Hey lads, this is day 6 of my series to 2000 on Lichess using only the Chessnut Pro board. If you want to get a Chessnut Pro board, use the coupon code in the description to the video. Let's jump into this, see what we can do today. We have the white pieces and we play d4. Our opponent has played d5. We're going to go into a Jobava. My favorite opening. And he's brought his knight out. We're going to play knight to f4. And we'll see if we can get a pawn storm this game. We do. We get a Jobava pawn storm. And we'll see. Does he play the pawn up? Does he play e6? If he plays typical e6, then the pawn storm works better with the knight on f3. But if he plays the Slav setup, then the pawn storm works better. Yeah, we're gonna play knight f3, and only against the Slav do I like to play pawn f3. So we'll see how this goes. But I'm going to play knight e5. Okay, so he's brought his knight out. Is that a mistake? Can I go knight b5? Knight b5, e5. D takes e5, knight takes e5, I think I can. By the way, my opponent is a 1586. I didn't say his rating. Yeah, I think I can go for this. And he's going to have to play e5 here, I think. I'm not entirely sure what else he would do. Okay, so he's just kicked me. And we can take this pawn and check his king. I'm not entirely sure if I did this correctly. But he has to either sack his queen or move his king to d7 here. And typically, knight to b5 is blocked by knight to a6. So this might be a really quick win. And if it is, I'm more than happy. I'm more than happy. We'll go into an analysis after this and see what the correct continuation should have been. But it does seem like this is okay. Oh, I know what it is. After knight to b5, his rook should have come to c8. But now it can't. And now he's in a bit of trouble. So I'm going to just capture this. His queen takes, which makes sense. And now can we harass this this king? I mean, putting the knight on e5 makes the most sense. Check. He takes. Makes the most sense, doesn't it? But maybe bishop d3. Bishop d3. Bishop takes d3. Queen takes d3. Knight b4. Yeah, if the knight moves, then I'm immediately checking. So it's really that simple. If his knight moves, I'm going to throw the check in. I think this is fine for me. And lads, I really do say you need to get a Chessnut Pro. Like, this board is fantastic. I really enjoy playing with it. Okay, I'm gonna capture that because it doubles his pawns. And yes, he does have a nice hold on this central square here, but I don't think I'm too worried. I'm gonna check now. I believe we can just sort of swap off because we are just up a minor. Not a minor. We're up the exchange. And we have an extra pawn. So we're just doing very well here. Okay, do we take with pawn? Yes, we do, because we win another pawn. We win the pawn on d5. So his knight can't defend d5 anymore. He's going to have to jump away. And we're going to come in with a big check. A very big check, actually. And we can long castle, and our rook is involved as well. So we'll see where he goes here. But I am very much liking my position. I mean, this is dominant. I think after the check, if king c7, queen c4 check, if king b8, then e6 check? I mean, e6 check even when king c7. And if king e7, then queen c5 check, king c8. Or, I'm sorry, not c8, e8. Maybe, and I'm not sure. Not entirely sure, but it just looks very dominant. We're doing great here. And I suppose that's because I'm playing somebody lower. You know, somebody lower rated is going to make those simple mistakes. He's jumped all the way back, and we'll just go in with the check. We're up 2 pawns and the exchange. So technically 4 points. Okay, king goes back. Makes sense. Do we threaten mate? Yes, we do. So mate is threatened on d7. So he needs to defend d7. Maybe queen c8. Doesn't look very fun for him. Queen c8 defends d7 without me being able to take the queen. Queen d8, we would just take d8 mate. Yeah, this looks very nice. I don't think it's forced yet, but it does look very nice. Okay, so queen c8, what are we playing? Queen c8, yeah, there it goes. I suppose we can go e6 here. If takes take. And we're just getting our bishop involved. That's why we would go e6. And if he takes with queen, we take. Okay, no, wait, he can take. F takes e6. Well, what am I doing? I'm just giving him a pawn. And that wasn't ideal. I don't have a good check here. Yeah, so he has just captured. I don't have a good check. I need to triple stack. Okay, let's just pull back. And we'll lift the rook, and then we'll put the other rook, and then we'll just triple stack. Maybe bishop e5 can secure the mate a wee bit. I definitely didn't play this one correctly. I mean, that wasn't good, was it? Yeah, that wasn't good. Playing over the board chess is very different. I don't know what it is. I'm used to drawing lines and arrows, and you know, over here on the computer, like drawing all this stuff, and it just is quite nice. But this is what really counts. You know, the official over the board rating is the important thing, and I want to eventually get a National Master title, which is a very high ambition, but I do think it is something that I can strive for and I can eventually get, and I'm hoping to eventually get it. So we're going to keep trying. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is queen a4 check. Okay, so he just comes here. Queen a4 check, though, he can play b5, which I don't like. Let's play the rook up and triple stack like we said. So he's hitting our queen. And I think we can come here. I'm not playing this correctly, but b4, b5 is an idea. Take. So maybe a4, b5. Take, a takes b5, and then we're tempoing this guy away. And this is the defender of d8. So then the rook comes into d8, which would be very nice. But we need to double them first. So there's definitely several moves here before I do anything. Unless my opponent blunders. You know, he could blunder something. I could also, okay, he's just come out here. I could also put the bishop on c7. Okay, I'm going to just go c3 here, because it hits his bishop. And I can also get my queen on c5, stopping him from castling. I think that's what I should do. Now you can try and kick me by going b6. I feel like I'm playing this extremely slow. There was definitely a better way to just get everything rolling. But here's what it is. I should have probably just double stacked, you know, real quick. Okay, the king has moved. He's on the road. Let's get another piece involved. He's got 4 defenders of d8. But if he doesn't defend d7 right now, then I'm going to move there. He's proving to fight very well here. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's going to put his rook on d8. Take. And then maybe bishop takes. And then we just need to move in. That's all we really need to do. Maybe pushing the pawns even. Maybe e4 is the way. This king is running. Wow. It's very surprising. Okay, so rook d7. Doesn't seem all that good yet. I also have b4. b4 is probably bishop d8. It's sort of forced. Maybe. You know what? We should just bust everything open. I say that and then I can't really do it. How do we break in here? This is really difficult. I'm thankful that I have a lot of time here. This is honestly so difficult. Okay, maybe it's as simple as just moving my queen back a square and targeting this pawn. No, let's come here. Because then I can take his knight. And then we win the bishop. That seems logical. That knight is defending way too well. It's just hitting everything, every square I want to go to. Okay, take his knight. He takes with pawn. I take his bishop. He takes with queen. Right now I'm up 3. I don't really want to retreat. I just want to fight. Let's do it. I'm going to do it. Whatever happens, happens. So he's captured. And here, do I take the bishop off? And then throw the queen in. Yeah. I'm sorry, the rook in. So now the rook is hitting both of the pawns, and e5 is very weak. So I have not converted this well. I'm only up 1 pawn, but I'm about to be up 2. Definitely not the cleanest. I do have to watch, because this pawn on h2 is very weak. I just didn't see how else to clean that up. I mean, I could have pulled the rook back and played really slow, but nobody wants to do that. This pawn is pinned, so I need to remember that. His rook swings over to defend. I'm going to take with the queen, because I don't want him taking this pawn on h2. And now he probably needs to defend his pawn on e6, because I'm hitting it twice. Okay. And now I'm just up 2 clean pawns. And this should be an easy conversion. If his rook moves, we're going to take e6. Okay, we're going to capture with check. He moves down, so let's check him. And again, I think we can just move down. And that forks 2 pawns. And this is a very clean conversion, isn't it? I mean, finally. I was just looking at this, and then this check he is forced here, because this pawn is pinned. We could just push it too. Let's do that. Looks fun. He's probably going to move his rook over. He doesn't. Okay, let's capture, I suppose. I don't know. He captures, and we'll just play up. Everything is very secure. His king could come here. We take this pawn. If his rook moves, probably in here, trying to get this one, we can just start pushing our other pawns. But yeah, this is not too difficult. King is a very strong piece. We can just move over. And if his pawn moves, we can sack our rook here, because if the king takes, we take his rook. But sack, he can sack. And, you know, but it's okay. Still going to trade off if something else moves other than his rook. And his rook can't move anywhere, so it's going to come off. And this should be an easy cleanup, because the rook has no squares. There's no squares that it can go to. So yeah, our next move is rook takes f5, I believe. Unless, of course, he resigns. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Lads, I don't know if you guys enjoy these Lichess over the board videos as much, because there's no analysis board that tells you, you know, what is correct and what's not correct. But hopefully it's a different sort of video and you can enjoy hearing my my thoughts on the game, you know? I don't know. But yeah. We'll see what he does here. Have to be a wee bit careful. Don't want to stalemate this guy. I shouldn't. Yeah, I think he comes here and I go here, then his pawn can still move and can still take. So he just captures. And like I said, I'm going to capture. And he's going to take my rook. Oh, you know what I could have done there? I could have checked and then captured his rook. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, well. Whatever. Okay, this is the promotion square on here. So I want my queen to line up here. That's why I didn't want to push the other pawns. I mean, I could have pushed this one and landed with a check and then taken, but there's the resignation. All right, let's jump into the review, see how we did according to the engine. 98% accuracy. That's crazy to me. I did not think I played with a 98. All right. It says, learn from your mistakes. No significant mistakes were found for white. Well, we actually played super clean. I'm really happy about that. If I throw on all the engine moves, so the arrow will always show you the best move. So we really played well here. We literally found all the moves. Maybe that was our inaccuracy, I don't know. I kind of felt bad about it, but I'm trying to find, there's our inaccuracy. Okay, so we should have just pushed. Yeah, it didn't like us trading off all the pieces. But yeah, that was a very clean game. And then all the way back here, I was saying here, we could have thrown the check in. He's forced to go somewhere else, and then we win this here. And we keep the rook, which was what I was saying, but I kind of missed it in the game. Anyway, lads, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. All the best. Over and out.